We're almost done, though. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it hasn't ever, okay, I don't know if it's never been illegal, but what I do know is that for a while, it's been the case that you could change your gender on documents since World War II. I'm pretty confident. There was someone who got a gender affirmation surgery. That's what they call it now, like right after World War II, and I think there was no issue with that. So anyway, it is speculated that if one were to have the urge to change genders, they should do so at 18. This would be considered the controversy of all. The people who are going transgender are going to know. Again, I think what they prefer, the preferred language for that is the people who identify as transgender are going to know before they are 18 that they want to be a girl or a guy, and well, they aren't going to wait for the time they turn 18 to start. Excuse me, sorry. Excellent point, fine point. But this is another little place I would say to make it a formal paper. When you're doing a presentation at the end, that's a little more informal. You're talking to the class. But when you're doing a formal presentation, we're not going to include well, which is a word that makes it like more casual. I don't know, but I mean, well, they're not going to, right? It's a casual word. Although anyone under the age of 18 isn't technically allowed to get surgical procedures to modify any genitalia, they will suggest starting off with the hormones and different types of therapy. Coming out socially, this can be a hit or miss. Many people, it feels like a new paragraph. That's a totally different thing. Coming out socially, this can be a hit or a miss. Many people disagree on altering one's body or changing genders, especially. They will bring religion into the situation at most times or develop transphobia, which is when one will either have fear, hatred, or disbelief towards any transgender person. Extra words. I like your paper, though. These people will tend to bully, abuse, refuse to respect the change in pronouns, and overall disagree with them. There are a few people who maybe won't think that changing genders is more correct, but will support them, and this includes people who support the idea, but think it's best to wait until a reasonable age. Okay, all in all, okay, that's the end of the page. All in all, the controversy of transitioning gender stands. There will be an argument that it's not right, and the gender given at birth is the gender for the rest of their lives. The respect will be missing, but there will be instances that many will learn to accept and understand how those who choose to change their lives. The topic has stood out for many reasons, which I question on who revealed these discoveries in which the world is opposed to. I don't know what that means. This controversy is a popular one, to say the least. Whether people agree with it, the human race breaks and rebels against what we are told not to do. Well, that's definitely true. I would also consider in your conclusion here doing some talking about the future and questions about how things are going to proceed. It's fine to do some repeating of what you said in the conclusion, but also let's push it a little more, and this is a great place to talk about how you see this. Questions, you don't even have to give answers, but questions you have about how this is going to go, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now. Okay, thanks a lot. It was a lot of good stuff in your paper.